It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I'm super excited to bring you today's beer because it's from Sharp's Brewery down in Rock in Cornwall. Now, most people, when they think of Sharp's Brewery, they think of Sharp's Doombar. It's probably 99% of the sales of Sharp's beers is their Doombar. Here's a look at the bottle. This is Chalky's Belgian Pale Ale at 6.8% ABV in a 330 milliliter bottle. And it was brewed in 2006 originally with a man called Rick Steen, the chef. He now has a few restaurants around the UK. It's in a dark brown bottle, has a black bottle cap. It's a little, what looks like a Jack Russell. And he was obviously a bit snappy, wasn't he, old Chalky? Being Chalky's boy. But a Belgian Pale Ale, 6.8% ABV. I'm hoping it's good. I've reviewed this beer, I think it was 2011, a long time ago. Look at the smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. I've got a sort of a Belgian style glass here to review the beer in. But I did that double take thing you do when you're in a supermarket and you haven't seen something you know for a number of years, for a long time. I was in the beer aisle in Home Bargains and I seen this and I thought, wow, Sharps are still making this beer? Unbelievable. The other thing that was really unbelievable was it was about £1.60 a bottle for a 6.8% ABV beer. There's a look at it. Good carbonation. Amber colour in the glass. It's not hazy, it's just where the beer, it's been out the fridge a good half an hour, this beer, so it to still cause a bit of condensation and still be quite cool is pretty amazing, really. But we've passed the height of summer now, so beers they're generally getting to the point where I can just leave them out on the shelf. Entering October time, I leave all my beer out and just drink it room temperature because I like the flavour of the beer. There's no point, if you bought this from Home Bargains and you're watching the review and you're about to drink it and you've stored it in your fridge, please take it out your fridge for at least half an hour. Otherwise, you're not going to experience the full taste of what this brewery and what the brewer wants you to taste from the beer. They want you to taste all of the complex malts and that Belgian yeast, and all of that gets taken away by chilling a beer too much. Aroma. Oh, oh. It's definitely got that kind of Belgian yeast thing going on. It's a little bit sort of, it's definitely Belgian blonde. Think of something like Le Chouffe or maybe Chimay. Spicy, peppery, a little bit of raisin, a little bit of like a darker fruited aroma here. But really estery, really yeasty and estery. It's almost like fumey, if you like. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, that is... Okay, it's a British version of a Belgian beer. It's never going to hit them same heights as a Belgian beer. It's just not. It's just the way life is, isn't it? If you want to drink the best Belgian blonde out there, go to Belgium. That's my point. But for a British attempt by a large-scale brewery, let's be fair, Doombar's everywhere. It's not a bad attempt. It really isn't. And for £1.50, £1.60 a bottle, happy with this. It's got a sort of a lemon and lime flavour coming through. The beer's really warming. You can feel that 6.8% ABV sliding down the throat into the pit of the stomach. It's warming. It's hoppy from the Belgian hops that they've used, or whether they've used Belgian hops. It's sort of kind of lemon and a bit of lime. It's nicely carbonated, as you could just hear. It's very drinkable. It's very refreshing, as most Belgian beers are. It's a little bit sweet, it's a little bit malty, but then that goes over to that bitterness on the back end. It's a really good beer, a really good beer. And the reason why I got a smile on my face, and the reason why I haven't told the story yet about Sharp's Brewery and their stronger beers and their connoisseur's choice and the brewer Stuart Howe that, you know, brewed all these beers originally, is because I wanted to make sure that when I tasted this beer, because sometimes beers end up in home bargains because it's not very good. This is not the case with this beer. This beer has ended up in home bargains as a job lot. They bought 50 cases of it for cheap, home bargains. That's what they specialise in. And then they distributed it throughout their stores around the UK. That's what they do. That's what home bargains are good at. So I'm pleased to say that it's a great beer. So Sharp's Brewery, you probably think, oh yeah, Doombar's the beer, you know, that's all they kind of do. But no. When I was invited down to Sharp's Brewery and I brewed a collaboration beer with Stuart Howe, the head brewer of Sharp's Brewery at the time. And it was just, yeah, we just brewed a black IPA. Brewed this black IPA. Yes, lots of Doombar being brewed, and they were extending the brewery massively at the time. But I went into the cellar. I was invited into the little cellar of Sharp's Brewery. When I say the cellar, they had a little microbrewery where they were brewing small batch beers, and Stuart would be pulling out all of these sort of like Belgian triples and Belgian doubles and bottles of Chalky bites, and, you know, wiping dust off the bottles and cracking them open, and stouts and imperial stouts. Fantastic brewer. Fantastic brewer. But he would have been the person who invented this beer. This would have been his baby, if you like. This would have been all his design. Rick Steen would have come along, you know, probably not being very knowledgeable in beer. He would have come along, he would have shown his face, like I do when I brew my collaborations. And it would have been this would have been Stuart Howe's baby. And I'm glad to say that in 2025, when I went to Home Bargains and I seen this beer, that it put a smile on my face, and I was like, wow, they still brew that beer. Chalky's Bite. So, in 2006, Rick Steen challenged Sharp's, that would have been Stuart Howe, to create a Cornish beer with the character and quality to stand alongside the Belgian greats. Chalky's Bite was born. Named in honour of Rick's famous four-legged friend, this exceptional beer has been claimed, has since claimed 14 international brewing awards. Chalky's Bite is conditioned on a bed of 3 hop varieties and fennel seeds for up to 30 days to create this distinctive aroma and flavour. Savour in a stemmed glass and pair with mackerel for an outstanding beer and food experience. It really is. It's won lots of awards. It's a good beer. It's a good beer. go and pick up yours. Go and pick up yours at Home Bargains. But I'm going to rate it. I'm going to give it, I like it enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. It shows that Sharp's Brewery are more than just Doombar. It really does. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see the connoisseur's choice brought back by Sharp's Brewery. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.